Raw shit, hardcore hip-hop, live, we wait and back again. Raw shit, hardcore hip-hop, hard truth soldier radio. Raw shit, hardcore hip-hop continues. Where you either with us or you against us. Hardcore dogs of the world united. It's public, it's enemy. Goddamn, I stand with my fist uplifted in a state where our freedom is severely twisted and abused or loose to the rhythm and rebel. I've been fighting this shit with the volume level up to 10 and spending my time on the rhyme battlefield, watching as my brothers are killed with no justice or peace in the middle of hell. And I was out on the aisle when the two towers fell. So now you're gonna tell me that the war is won and what's done is done. And all good son of a bush, I've been there before. Got a letter from the government, slid underneath my front door. The poor get fucked while the rich sit amused. And what's left of the Bill of Rights is pimped and abused by the patriots acting like kings. But the black is back. I'm all in with the noise I bring.
Yeah, that's right. We're public enemy number one in New York. Public enemy number one in Chicago. Public enemy number one in Detroit. Public enemy number one in Oakland. Public enemy number one in Baltimore. Public enemy number one in Miami. Public enemy number one in Indiana. Also public enemy number one in LA.
For the people, by the people. 360 degrees of knowledge in hip-hop.
But knowledge itself, there's nothing I can't solve. At 360 degrees, I revolve.
Real Hip-Hop-Heads Conscious Radio.
Radio. Suckers never play me. Yo, check it. This is Brother Peace, Real Hip-Hop-Heads Conscious Radio. We're back up in here with the beautiful Sister A.
What's up, peoples?
Yo, what's good, people? Hey, I know we were supposed to come on last week in concession with the Night Watch by A Beautiful Life. And we actually, we did a show, a full hour on the so-called new format. And we ran through the whole thing, but then normally I don't go back and listen to the show. I don't know about you. Do you? I don't. Once we do a show, it's out there. I don't go listen to it. I don't go look at it. You know what? And the thing is, it's not even on purpose. I don't know why I don't do it. I've heard of other, artists and whatnot that will record a song and people ask me, "Do you listen to your own music?" And I'm like, "Well, no. Why don't you listen?" It's just one of those things, dude. I don't listen, but every now and then I'll go back and I'll listen to the show. Some of it, and it's not even to listen to the show. It's actually to see if I can make some corrections, if there were mistakes or whatever, or such and such. And boy, was there a mistake, a huge mistake. Damn, I had.
It was horrible, horrible.
I had fucking background drops, music, and all kind of shit was playing through the entire song. Because for the ones that don't know, we took a break, and after a lot of people getting at us and wanting the show back on the air, and we're telling the people were thinking that we weren't coming back. They thought it was just done altogether, but that's not the case. So we're actually here now to explain exactly why we stopped, or why we took a leave of absence, I should say, and why we're back now. We were never gone for good. We just took a break, like I said, because there was a lot of stuff going on. And as all of you have families and everything else going on, so do we. We, take out our time to do this show, with everything else going on, everything that we still have to make sure we maintain, our family, our business, everything has to be maintained. Plus we do the show. And as you know, we were doing it every Tuesday and Wednesday for 2 hours per show every week. And we did that for about 2 years. And we still maintained our youngest daughter playing AAU basketball, playing high school basketball, singing in the chorus at her school, honor chorus at her school, and all of this. She travels all the time, She plays ball. She comes right out of one season, and a couple months later, bam, she's into the next season. And then when it comes to the high school season, here comes the course as well.
Let's add she's working now too.
Oh,
so
yeah.
we're playing Uber.
Yeah. Well, yeah. We, Uber and Lyft.
Yeah.
So anyway, to get past all that, well, it's just a lot of stuff. But at the same time, what I noticed, we had to slide back, take a step back and look at how things were going. And to be honest, you know what? Before I go into that, I want to give shout out, man, because we haven't been here in a while, and there's some people I don't know about Sister A, because most of the time we're around each other, so she hears people when they're talking to me, but I people texting me and people wanting to know, when do you guys get back on the air? I need real hip hop heads and yada yada yada. And you know what? I appreciate the hell out of it. I really, really do, because it's not easy doing what we do, and where we got with the progress that we made with the show. I think it was pretty damn good, being that if you look at it like on a big chart with the big radio stations and all that kind of stuff, no. But if you look at it in hindsight, starting from absolutely nothing here, and for those who've been in our studio and seen this and actually thought that we were someplace else, and then they seen like, oh wow, all this is built from the floor up. Everything in this, everything. No outside help. We try to get outside help. People act like we weren't going to pay them. I don't know where that came from. I never said I wasn't paying anybody. I will pay you. People still wouldn't show up. In any case, here we are now, and we had some pretty cool success for starting this and not knowing what we were doing. I mean, literally the station, the music, the format, the websites, the social media sites, all of it. Dude, we sit here and literally hammered this shit out. Sister A and I sit here and hammered this shit out. All of it. So the success we had, the amount of people that we had listening to the show, and the places that some of these people were tuning in from to listen to the show was like really kind of amazing to me, because we had people out of this country listening to this show.
They even cut you out a couple times. 100 niggas and everything.
Yeah. So
you was an Uncle Tom's.
Yeah, you know what?
Uncle Tom's.
Somebody called me a fucking Uncle Tom. But remember, it was somebody in Germany. And he put all those swastikas.
Oh, yeah.
So, but what this means to me, if I got people sending me that kind of hate shit and people was calling me an Uncle Tom, the Uncle Tom shit, I don't get that one. I really do not get that fucking Uncle Tom shit. No, bro. But if you really know the story of Uncle Tom, he was a hero. But we'll go into that shit a little bit later, because that fucking buffoon, that coon-ass motherfucker over there, I don't know what he's talking about. Anyway, let's get back to topic. We had some success, and I felt that I was getting kind of burnt out because we were going hard. So like I said, we started this on our own, okay, and with limited help. I wouldn't say completely none, but we had limited help, okay? But the way we were going, and from that point when we stopped to now, all the stuff that we've learned, the new shit that we've learned, it's like, oh wow, really? I really didn't see it that way. I didn't know. I didn't know we were really putting it in that hard, going 2 days a week, 2 hours, and then looking at the whole format with the music and all of that and shit. I really didn't understand that we were really putting it down hard, because my original thought was we had to go 5 days a week and just get it, but that wasn't going to happen. Not what was going on. So it is what it is. Now we're back. I want to give a shout out to Be Life down up in Oakland with the new show on the air called Night Watch. It plays on Mondays at okay, let me get this. It was shit. It's late here. It's 11 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, 10 o'clock Central Standard Time, and
8 o'clock
8 o'clock Pacific Standard Time. That's Night Watch by hosted by B Life, and on the panel myself and King Wise, and there's another cat. His name is slipping my mind. I just met him. Cool brother. I like his knowledge. I like his whole game. But that's like I said on Monday, the Night Watch. You guys need to tune in for that, man, because it's got a lot of information that we all as a community not only can not only that we just to listen to, but stuff we can listen to, we can take it and apply it, you know what I'm saying, for our benefit. But then we're gonna have our show coming back on. We were trying to do Tuesdays, but it appears that it's gonna be Wednesday. Wednesday at 8 o'clock, 8 to 9 Eastern Standard Time, and you guys figure out the rest, because shit, I'm hot.
Old.
Yeah, well, whatever, dude. But like I said, we're gonna do this show for an hour from 8 to 9, and also we're gonna continue to do more shows, but we want to do more shows live on location. You know what I'm saying? We want to be out and doing shows when shit is jumping off. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of the stuff that was going on when we were on air before, we were reporting on all of that shit that was going on, but we were sitting in studio doing it. And I know personally being on scene where the incident's occurring is the best place, because you get everything and your information real time because you're actually there and you're watching it. Plus, also, I noticed too, because I know I've done it before, actually being there and seeing firsthand and then reporting that way, I got better information as opposed to relying on mainstream media to actually give you the information or tell you what's happening. Okay, Ferguson was a great example of mainstream media telling you what was going on, but they weren't telling you the full story, and they weren't showing you the full story. Because if you tune into mainstream media and you watch CNN or any of them, the view that they were showing you, okay, was the cops. Okay, they showed you the front of the black people throwing stuff, and the cops going with all this stuff and kind of like basically being bombarded. So what put in your mind was, okay, well they have that right to actually attack these people. Well, if you actually looked on this side, the right side or the left side of the cops, you would have saw them damn cops beating down little kids and shit and beating up women and doing all kinds of crazy ass nonsense. Okay. But the mainstream media don't want you to see that. They want to program your mind to believe that the cops were totally in the right there, when it was a cop in the first place that got it all started when he shot an unarmed teenager. All right? Mainstream media guides it to where they make you think that we are wrong all the time. But how the fuck are we wrong? And we see time and time again, oh, he got shot by the cop. He didn't have a weapon. Even with video, this is how slick they are. Even with video, they make you believe that the brother was still fucking wrong and the cop was right. Because guess what? The universal language is he was threatening his life. He feared his life. His life was in fear and in danger. So if that's the case, then you are allowed to proceed and take somebody's life. Okay. That's the universal code. If that cop says, did you fear for your life? Yes, I did. Well, then as far as they're concerned, he's done. But it has to be reasonable cause to say you feared for your life. It can't just be a black man standing right there with his fucking hands in the damn air. Okay, no. It can't. I mean, you got your weapon drawn on this man, and you tell him to give you some identification, and he reaches into his pocket to get that identification, and he pulls out something dark because most men's wallets are dark to get that, and you shoot him. I thought it was a weapon. My man, you told him to go in his pocket and get his ID. He reached to his back pocket and was pulling it out. As soon as you saw it, you shot him. It's BS. Anyway, I said that to say this. We actually started this radio station to actually really inform the people from the streets, all right? We're that voice coming from the cracks in the street. The other side of the camera. The camera for the mainstream media is shooting this way. Well, our cameras, when we get out there, are going to be shooting everything else. Okay? They're shooting that. We're over here shooting this because they don't want you to see all this. And see, I know how, this is one thing I do know. I do know how to shoot film. I do know how to shoot footage. Okay? I got an eye. I know what to look for. I know the stuff that they don't want you to see. So that's the stuff we're going to go down. We're going to show you all because that's where the real story is. The real story is not what they're showing you. The real story is the damn lie, the cover up, you know? So along with that, we got what, 1 hour now every Wednesday. And mind you, the days will start. They will move around sometimes. Sometimes we might have the Tuesday open. Boom, we'll do it on Tuesday. If not, we'll do it on Wednesday. It will jump around, but for the subscribers that we already have, there's a notification. So if you're not a subscriber yet and you happen to be typing through YouTube, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification button. That way, when a show pops up, bing, it'll hit your phone. Not a problem. You can see it. You know what I'm saying? Because when we start really moving around, we're trying to get our transportation issue. We got some other stuff going on, but we're trying to get the transportation situated because we want to be mobile. We don't want to go someplace and have to get a hotel room and all that crap. News moves through fast. Things happen too fast for all that. You know what I'm saying? So we need to be ready to go. When we get there, drop, start doing our thing. Oh, we got to move out. Boom, pack that shit up, and we can go. So while we're doing that, we're going to still continue to do the show.
Shout outs. Velocity said, shout out to Brother Peace. Shout out to ACJ.
Peace. Hey.
Yes, we're tired.
Matter of fact, mind you, Velocity, that's another member of the crew here, DJ Velocity. He's going through some things right now. And dude, if you need some help, I keep saying it, dude, call me. I don't want to call you and bug you because I know you're stressing, but call me, dude. I got you. All right. Peace to DJ Velocity. AG say. Hey, AJC?
ACJ.
ACJ. All right.
See, that's why I got you, ACJ.
But look, man, like I was saying, we were saying on the show that we attempted to do last week. It was something that I thought that people needed to hear. We're going to rip through some of this really quick because we're going to get off the air in a minute here. But you guys that have kids that are in school, and mainly I'm going to say the kids that are in the elementary school stage, because those that are in high school probably won't be affected by this because it's a new thing and it's only 2 states. But New Jersey last week just signed into law. Okay, now they were piggybacking off of California, but they signed into law. Okay, they've adopted a law that requires schools to teach about LGBT history. Okay, like I said, New Jersey piggybacked off of California and signed a law adopting a law that requires schools to teach about LGBT history. The reason why I thought that it was newsworthy and we need to put that out there is because, again, as we stated before, if that's what you do, that's how you get down. You freaky like that, that's what you do. I ain't with it, so leave me be with that shit, all right? If that's what you do, I can't knock you for that. But I ain't with it, so don't try to force that shit on me, which brings me to bringing it up, trying to force it down our throats. Now, I take issue with this and I take exception with this bullshit because they won't even teach black history in fucking schools. And actually, they got history books now that they're going to start putting in schools over in Texas. They got new history books they put into the curriculum where it took slavery completely out of the books. Okay? There's no more slavery in the history books. They say black people migrated to America. All right? Now, that's bullshit. We all know it. But you don't teach black history, but now you're going to make it a law to teach LGBT history. Damn, I'm black. You want me to know about world history. You want me to know about American history. But what about my goddamn history? I'm fucking black, dude. The atrocities that were committed against my damn people. No, you don't want to teach us that. You want to keep us in the blind and then further confuse our kids by forcing the schools to teach that history. What history is that? Please tell me. Is that a race of people that were forced on ships to get here and shit and then abused and shit? Come on now. Anyway, like I said.
Shout out to Conscious.
Conscious, what's good, G? I mean, I just had to put that shit out there. Also, I just heard today that there's the second case in the world. Second case. All right. It's over in England. What is it? It was AIDS. They got a cure for AIDS. They cured the second person in the world today. Well, not today, but I think he's been in remission for like the past 18 months. Okay, and what they did was, it's over in the UK somewhere. What they did was they took stem cells and put it in this dude's body, and then once they felt it was safe, they took him all off the antivirals, the medicine that they give HIV patients. Took him off, and 18 months later, he's good to go. This is the second person. They didn't really publicize the first person because they thought, okay, maybe, this is just, it just happened. But they tried on the second person. Bam, the shit worked. Apparently it worked. Well, the stem cells, and I'll give you guys all the medical terms, when we come back on air, but what they actually done, those stem cells, they got those from a person, because they say they actually have people in the world that actually, their bodies, they're immune to that virus. So those people, which they're saying are kind of rare, they're taking those people's stem cells and they're putting them in other people that actually have the virus, and it's working. So again, you guys need to be on the lookout for that, because, well, I don't know if you don't have it, okay, you don't need to worry about it, but everybody needs to be safe. But again, what I'm looking at here is I'm looking way ahead, because they're going to be jacking up the prices on these people with these medical costs and all that. To get those damn pills, it was expensive as hell when they first came off with them damn pills. Now you're talking about, now we have a cure. Now you're going to dingle the cure in front of people, okay? And have people killing each other trying to get the money to pay that shit. But in any case, that's what they're doing. That's how they're getting down. All right, now, I wanted to focus, actually, something else that I know, when we do the shows, everybody on the show, myself, Sister A, sometimes when DJ Velocity's here, Conscious and whatnot, we all have different stuff that we do on the show. And, then in the main topic, we all chime in or whatever. Well, I noticed something out of that 2 years, and this is another change that we're going to implement. The community, what I'm saying? If you read our bio and all of that, and our metadata and everything, it tells you exactly our purpose, our mission, and all that. Okay, well, let me roll my big ass around here now.
Not your big ass.
Well,
your thick ass. Oh my Lord.
But
he's so stupid.
But look, the community, all right. I took the time to reevaluate who we were trying to actually serve, who we were trying to help, okay, and actually being out in the community and doing work in the community, because we didn't only sit here in this studio. We actually got out. We actually did some things with this damn station, okay. But what I started figuring was we need to figure out how can we use this station to actually benefit our people more, okay? And the community that I think we were serving, I think was the wrong community, because I think the overall community, which is all Black people, is too large. You know what I'm saying? So, and it's that community is really, really not trying to jump on what we're talking about. They're really not trying to hear this shit. Those are the ones, calling me a fucking Uncle Tom. Who the fuck are you? Wow, okay. You're probably the same ones like, yeah, my child needs to learn about the LGBT shit. What the fuck we need to learn about slavery? Our history, fuck that shit right now. All right, club queen. But that community is too big, and that community is actually fighting, learning what's going on, okay, and learning how to better themselves and whatnot. They'd rather sit back and take those food stamps and that little bit of change that they give them, and a little county check and their Section 8 and all of this stuff you're supposed to take and use that to help you get you to the next level. Then once you get where you're trying to get, then you can let that go, because now you're self-sufficient. But we all know how that works out. Those people that are abusing that, okay, and I'm speaking of the Black community, because again, we're Black and we're trying to help our people. All right, the other folks, they got all the help they need and then some. Okay, now I'm not talking about them, although those motherfuckers take worse advantage of all of that shit than Black folks do. Okay, but we still have our folks that are doing that shit at a high and alarming rate. But those people, they don't want to get off that. They think they got it made. But when you really turn around and look on the other side of the tracks, there's another community of Black people that are actually, when you go downtown Atlanta or you go anywhere in Atlanta, go to the festivals and the concerts and all this kind of stuff, you see all these beautiful Black people that are out there selling their food, okay? Different countries, different types of food, clothing, jewelry from different countries, different types of services, you know what I'm saying? Photo, music, you even have some lawyers. I mean, all types of, and these people are working their own businesses, okay? They work their shit from the ground up. They travel from these places to place, and these people sell these products. They make these products. They're out there really, really humping and making a living for themselves. Those people are the ones that I think that particular community, I think, is the one that we really need to concentrate on. Okay, because that community is like, it's already existing. They're already thinking the way we're thinking. So I think we need to take Reelhiphopheadz and attach it to that particular community and help that community grow from the inside out. I think we can attract people with that, okay, as opposed to going over here and we're talking. Say we got, if we start out with 1,000 people at the park we're talking to, it'll probably whittle down to about fucking 10 that are actually interested in what the fuck we're saying, as opposed to if we go to this festival over here with all these Black folks that are really with the shit, and we start out, we're talking to 10 people, I think that should have grown to 100, 200, 300 people. See, flip it upside down. We got better progress this way. Okay, over here, we're beating our damn heads in the ground. You know, it's kind of like running to a fucking wall. True enough, you're gonna dent that wall, but look how long it's gonna take you to dent that shit and put a hole in it. You're not gonna be able to do it. You're gonna knock yourself unconscious. Well, go over here. So I think we're gonna concentrate on that. That seems more viable and it makes more sense.
Also, I'm gonna concentrate more on my sister circle. That's not, I've had a couple sisters actually ask me to do some topics. So it's gonna be a different show. It's not gonna be the Sister A social media type deal. It's gonna be a little more in tune with my sisters and what they going through, they struggles, you know. And like I said, I've had people actually, come to me and ask me, can we talk about some topics? And I'm all for it, you know, all for it. We need to help each other because the struggle is real. And my sisters is out there struggling. They're going through stuff that, they feel they can't talk to nobody without being judged. And I'm not here to judge you. I'm here to listen, hopefully help. We've had a couple deaths, you know,
Oh,
there's some other things that's been going on, and I try to reach out to my sisters on a regular, if it's not every day, it's every other day, but just letting y'all know I'm thinking about y'all and I'm working on some other stuff so we can, you know, come a little closer, even though we don't talk every day, you know, I'm trying to work on some things. So, we stay on social media. We got time for that. We're going to have to start making a better effort to have time for the ones that are reaching out. I mean, I'm talking about people that I haven't talked to in 30 years who reached out to me that I used to go to school with. And she was like, you're so positive and you give me light. And is it okay if I talk to you, call you every once in a while? Yeah, that's cool. That made me feel good because I felt like, oh, I just throw out little memes here and there that I see that I think people, you know, would like or maybe take heed to or whatever. But I mean, I guess it was affecting a lot of them. So, I appreciate y'all texting me, calling me, asking me if it's cool. Yeah, we're going to tell our truths. That's going to be the new segment. Tell our truth. So it's going to be a whole new thing over here with Sister A. And, we'll still, of course, do the community thing. But I want y'all sisters to reach out because I know y'all are struggling. I see it. I see it in your Facebook posts. I hear it in your voices. I know y'all trying to be strong. We all do, but like I said, I'm here. If y'all want to talk, or we just gonna have us a big sister circle thing jumping off sooner or later. But it's going down. It's going down, like I said, and I'm gonna reach out to my first person. Um, when we decide to do, I guess the next show, and hopefully she'll be able to talk about what she wanted to discuss. I won't put it out there now, but it's deep, and we need to do this. We need to start talking and reaching out to one another because I just know too many of them. They losing faith. Some of them ready to commit suicide. Some of them just it's crazy. So, like I said, I'm here. Ain't no psychologist, but I'm here. I'm here to listen. I can only give you the knowledge that I know, or the best way I can tell you how. So,
I think experience, besides reading those books, experience is one of the best kind of psychiatry.
yeah.
And to piggyback off what you were saying, to my brothers out there, man, this is one thing that
We have a visitor.
Yeah, two of them. I don't know how they creeped up in here,
The
but
door wasn't closed.
I don't know if y'all can see Big Nose Kate.
Shout out to Precious.
but mental health amongst Black people is something that's considered taboo. It's something that's like considered, if you talk about it, or if somebody finds out that you got some mental issues jumping off, you're weak. You're considered weak. People clown you and this, that, and other. There's all types of different ways and different mental issues and different reasons why people have shit going on upstairs. You ain't got to be, schizophrenic, per se, to actually have to be diagnosed with mental issues. You know what I'm saying? You could be depressed.
Exactly.
Be bipolar, PTSD, abuse victims. You know what I'm saying? There's all types of reasons and to that where a person will develop mental issues. You know what I'm saying? So I want to say to my brothers and my sisters out there, man, and the children, you know what I'm saying? if you got a problem, man, if you got something going on up there, man, because these things affect your everyday life. They affect the way you act, your behavior, the way you think, the way you act. Okay. If you got it under control, at some point, it's going to get out of control. It's going to something's going to happen for you know it. You done done some shit that you ain't really, aware of. You really don't know. It just happened, but you need to get some help. You know what I'm saying? And we like Sister was saying, she's trying to get some sisters on here to talk about these things. When then I got some cats that need to, that I'm trying to reach out to. I don't want to say names now, but I'm going to continue to try to reach out to these cats, and hopefully, I'll get some kind of dialogue started, with these dudes, because I do know, being that I suffer from PTSD myself, I do know that actually talking to someone, talking to someone who can actually give you some answers, actually helps you. That is a relief. Other than some damn medicine, it's not always about the fucking medicine, okay? Because the VA got all kind of shit they give you, but you want to walk around like a motherfucking a toad on a log and shit, dude. There's other ways, you know what I'm saying? And those brothers that are out there, get at me. You got my telephone number, dude. Get at me. If you don't have my telephone number because you lost it or somewhere, the dog ate it, or maybe you sat on it and it slipped up your ass or so. I don't know. You got other people that's around you that know my number, okay? But this is the issue that we must tackle. We must put this on the forefront. We must let people know, dude, don't be afraid to talk about this shit, man. Don't be afraid to let somebody know. Mind you, I understand how fools get. But if you got some folks that are around you that turn around and clown you when you try to confide in them about an issue, your mental issue you got going on, you don't need to hang around that motherfucker. You need to let that motherfucker kick him to the curb, him or her. Okay? That shit is not a laughing matter, and it's not fucking funny when you're going through this shit, because guess what? Nobody jumps out there and say, hey, I just want to be a crazy motherfucker. I want to be fucked up in the head. It don't work like that. Okay? Whatever was inflicted on you to get you this way, maybe it was inherited. Some of this stuff is inherited. You know what I'm saying? And there's things that people go through in life that create these problems, in people's heads. And if you don't know what to look out for, you don't know how to deal with these things, a lot of people end up killing people, killing themselves, seriously just fucking up a lot of shit, because a lot of people don't even realize they have a problem. And then some that do are scared to say something because this dumb motherfucker clowned him. So guess what? Clams up. Don't want to say nothing. If somebody clowns you because you say something, kick that fool to the curb. If you ain't saying something because of your pride, you need to slap your own self in the ass. All right? Fuck that shit. Pride is a double-edged sword, all right? You got to watch that motherfucker. It will fuck around. Your own pride will cut you. All right? If you're too damn proud, get off that high-ass horse. Help yourself. Trust me, you start getting some damn help, you'll be proud that you did it. So, as I said before, we're gonna try to get this thing and bring it to light. I think that right there might be one of the first issues that we're gonna tackle, because we're also, I know me, I'm still trying to get used to this new format. This is different than doing the whole 2-hour thing, the whole layout, the whole platform, music, and all that. And we had that pretty much down to a science. Okay, now we got to change it up with this. So we're still trying to play around with it a little bit and see what actually works best. You know what I'm saying? So, we can give you guys the best kind of product, have people listening, not just, looking at us and laughing and throwing, gummy bears at their phone screen and shit. But as I said, this was going to be short because we just wanted to let you guys know we're back and explain to you guys where we've been, some of the changes that took place while we were gone, and some of the changes that are going to take place moving forward from this point on. I do thank you for the shout outs we got from our our people, our real folks. You see the real people. See, as soon as we hopped on air, bing, they start texting. Love that, man. That's what's up. See, we got a good base. That's why we're successful. But we those other people, when you see the show, go ahead and give us a text. Text us, let us know what's up, man. Give us a shout out. We'll give you guys a shout out. I will be giving you guys also
they can go in the chat too.
Oh yeah, in the chat.
YouTube.
Yeah, we got the YouTube. You can chat while we're doing the show live. You can chat. We'll establish the telephone line again and all that. We're going to change that up too, but we're going to start doing people, black businesses that are up right now and whatnot. Start showing them love and shooting it out, because we got people all over the damn place, from here all the way to LA. I mean, so we will do some of those people, but it's kind of like redundant unless you're actually going to be out there on the West Coast. So we'll focus on people that are here, you know what I'm saying, as we start meeting people. I've met a lot of people, but we'll start focusing on black business here and other stuff that's going on. So and with all that being said, Sister A, you got anything left for these good people?
Oh, my nose is running.
Okay.
No, all dudes, all real. Just thank you guys for tuning in. ACJ, Velocity Conscious. It's been rough, but we gonna get back right.
Yeah, we got a lot of stuff going on, but hey, you know what? That's just part of life.
Yep.
So we'll fit this thing in like we were doing before. So it should be a little bit easier on us because we're not doing it as long. We're doing it one day, and we're gonna do a lot more like spot interviews. So you might see a notification on your phone, and it's like, damn, it's not Wednesday or Tuesday. No, but it's whatever day it is. It might be Sunday. It may be any day. Hump day. It may be any day out there, and you get that notification because we're someplace and we see something that needs to be reported right then and there. Not, I got to get the information and then wait till we get to the studio, and it may be a week later, and then we report it. At that point, it's kind of like it's gone. It's too late. You need the information. When we see it, you need the information. So we're going to set that up to where we're going to start doing that as well. As well as we get a little further down the line, going out, like really traveling and going to different places where we see stuff and reporting from scene there. As I said, this is Brother Peace, Sister A, for Reelhiphopheadz Conscious Radio. Like I said before in the title, we are back. And we're here to stay. And we hope you guys tune in next week. Be tuned in 8 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. It may be on Wednesday, it may be on Tuesday, or it may be on Tuesday. Hump day.
Yeah, Stickman from Dead Prez, Reelhiphopheadz Conscious Radio Show. You already know how we do. If it ain't on this, turn it off.